Fierce clashes between regime troops and rebel fighters have erupted to the east of the capital, Damascus. The US and Syrian ally Russia negotiated a cessation of hostilities that began on Monday evening. The ceasefire deal was clinched in a bid to allow humanitarian aid deliveries to besieged areas where hundreds of thousands of desperate civilians remain trapped. Our regional correspondent Nadia Massi has more.
These fierce shelling began just a few hours ago to the east of Damascus in the town of Jobar. Now already, as is so common in this war in Syria, both the Syrian government and the opposition are trading blames for who is actually responsible for sparking this latest wave of violence, which could put the whole ceasefire deal, which had until now been holding quite well, in jeopardy. Now, the shelling of Jobar, like I said, started only a few hours ago, but it appears that it may have already spread to the nearby district of Kabun, where several people have reportedly been injured in clashes there. And in another indication that the ceasefire is faltering a little today, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, that's a monitoring group based in the United Kingdom, says that 23 people have been killed in Deir ez-Zor in the east of the country. Now, that was a strike targeting the Islamic State, but apparently 9 children were also killed in that attack. So it does seem that there's a possibility that this ceasefire is struggling a little, and I think the latest violence today in Jobar is key to that, because although Jabhat Fatah al-Sham, that's that group that we used to call the Nusra Front, the group that was formerly affiliated with al-Qaeda, is based there, most of the rebels in Jobar are moderate rebels, part of the Free Syrian Army, the group which has been backed by the United States. And the fighting in Jobar goes to the heart of the challenge with this ceasefire, which is that the Syrian government is allowed to target Nusra and ISIS as part of this deal, but it's not allowed to target so-called moderate rebel groups. But rebels have been saying since this ceasefire began on Monday that they're too intimately linked across the border in Syria that you cannot really separate Nusra from other rebel groups, and that any targeting by the regime of Nusra will de facto target other rebel groups as well. Now, that does appear to be what's happening in Jobar today, and I think the key question is, will this fighting be able to be contained inside Jobar, just in that province near Damascus, or will it cause the violence to spread elsewhere and the ceasefire to struggle even further?